Hey everybody, Dr. Troy here, and this is your Monday office moment, and we're gonna stay in this conversation around energy and team meetings and motivation for our teams. And basically I wanna start at the most important place that we have to start at is we've shared some things so far that can help with energy, with team, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go way, way back right now. And I want you to do this whole thing, right? Where you point one finger. I want you to point at me. I know it's not polite to point, but I want you to point at me right now, okay? And I want you to look at those three fingers. Ah, crap. Yep, it's so crazy. This still happens all these years later. One finger points out, three are pointing back. So if you're a person who's sitting there getting upset with your team for not having energy, not having focus, not being motivated in what it is that they're doing, then guess who you gotta start with? Oh, that's right. Some of you are pissed off at me right now because you gotta start with you. Absolutely 100% have to start with you. Where is your energy and focus throughout the course of a day? And so if you're a person who has been, let's say, half-assing your morning ritual or your morning success routine or your core four or getting up late, hitting the snooze button, if that's you, and then you're walking into the office and you're pissed off because your team doesn't have good energy, stop it right now. Look at yourself first. And by the way, just because you have 1 or 2 days that are good doesn't mean that they should automatically shift. Everything starts with me. Say that, please. Say it right now. Even if you don't say it out loud, just say it like, everything starts with me. Like you have to realize everything starts with you. If you are the business owner, it starts with you and the energy and the excitement that you have when you go to work and the energy and excitement that you bring to the culture that you've created. If you aren't excited about it, when you walk in those doors, don't expect other people to be. Doesn't mean you can't be off once in a while. Doesn't mean you can't have a bad day. But what it does mean is that nobody will ever be more excited about your business than you. Let me say that one more time. Nobody will ever be more excited about your business than you. The end. So you want them to maybe have a you level of excitement if you're a very excitable person. But if they don't have a vested interest, a vested buy-in, then they will only get to a certain level. It doesn't mean they can't get high, but don't expect them to exceed where you're at. And what do we want? We do want people who are motivated. We do want people who are excited. But that means that you have to show up that way, which means you have to look at how you're starting your day. Are you starting your day from a place of energy and focus and excitement when you walk into that office? Or are you checking the boxes? And then when you show up, are you the person who is walking in consistently on time? Are you the person who's walking in consistently ready for team meetings? Are you the person who's walking in consistently following the agenda? Are you the person who's consistently following up with people and tasks that they're supposed to be doing? Or are you off once in a while? Are we missing once a week when it comes to a team meeting? Are you not following through on things that you said that you wanted them to do and then they did them and then you're not asking them about them? You see, team energy, team focus, and team motivation are going to come from the strength of the leader. So if I'm a strong leader for my team, then eventually they are going to either excel with me or they're going to fall off. Point blank. So for staff watching this, they're like, well, shit, I don't want to fall off. Hopefully you don't want to fall off. Hopefully you want to be that high energy person that helps the business to grow. And as the business grows, guess what? So do you. And as you grow, so does the business. And so it's important to understand that if I want to have a high energy team, if I want to have a highly motivated team, then it's incredibly important for me to understand that it always starts with me and my ability to go in as a highly motivated, energized, passionate person. And then to be able to sit down in the team meeting and create focus and create energy. Look, if you walk in and you have people who are dragging ass, stop sitting in the same office every day for a team meeting. Go on a walk and talk team meeting. Yeah, grab your team and walk outside and have your team meeting while walking around for 10 to 15 minutes. Literally, outside of your office. Or go stand at the front desk. Or stand on all the chairs. Make everybody stand up on chairs. Like, do something different. If you're tired of the energy and it's, oh, they just don't seem to be energized and they're always so tired in the morning, then get your ass up. Be creative and be a leader. So go for a walk. Go stand on chairs. Go stand on the adjusting tables. Just take off your shoes. Like, go into a different setting and have a conversation in a team meeting. Now, it's like, in some of this, it might seem like, okay, part of it might seem a little silly, but yet what you're doing might not be working. In other words, like, yeah, I mean, they're just not motivated, but yet you're still doing the same thing. You're still sitting in an adjusting room or an office, and everybody's just kind of like sitting there, and they have like their notepads, and like, waiting for my turn. And I get my turn, I yawn. Why? I mean, it's early in the morning, so I have to yawn. Yeah, I'm ready. All right, let's go, team. And you do an affirmation, and hopefully everybody's excited for the affirmation. Maybe that's the only time we get any energy is when they do the affirmation. And then it's like, team, let's go play. So if you want an energy shift within your practice, you have to be the change. As cliche as it might sound, you have to be the change. Now, there are other things that we can do. We talk about letting them create a fun day, letting them help with more events, helping them to get a vested interest in it. But I'm going back to a foundational discussion here because the foundation of it all is how we walk through that door at the beginning of every single day. And so if you have the ability to leave your shit hanging on the imaginary hook outside the door, then you can talk to your team about hanging their shit on the imaginary hook outside the door. You can do it. But if you tend to carry external into the office with you, then it's really hard for them to leave stuff on the hook when you're not doing it yourself. If you constantly show up late, it's hard for them to show up on time, or just it's hard for them to be excited and follow you, the leader, who's never on time. Guys, gals, there's a mirror to look at here first. So before you go judging anyone else, look at yourself. And where are the areas that you need to create more consistency in your leadership, more consistency in your energy, and work on that first. And you do that over the course of 30 days. You're gonna see a tremendous shift within your practice. You'll do affirmations with your team that have more vibrance and more power. You'll start standing on chairs or going outside and see that the change in the environment is changing their energy because it's not the stale, same old, same old, same old every day in a team meeting. So as is the case with almost everything in this life, I gotta look at me first. And once I look at me and I really start to work on the elements that I need to work on, I'm gonna show up as a better leader. If I show up as a better leader, guess what? They're gonna be better followers. And not only that, they're gonna start to become groomed as leaders. Because when we talk about a culture of accountability, it is not just for your patients. It starts with you, and it starts with then your team. And if we create a strong culture of accountability between each other and our energy and our motivation on a day-to-day basis, guess what? It will naturally spill over into a stronger culture of accountability for our patients. All right, that's all I've got for you here today, folks. Make sure you drop a comment or a takeaway down below. This is powerful. Like, I know this is powerful. As I'm recording it, I know how powerful this is. You got to make sure you own this one, because if you own this one, you're going to have a very, very rock solid foundation to your business from which you can grow upon. So roll up your sleeves, get to work on this one, have a conversation with your team about it, and just see where their energy is and what would help them to have better energy. It's okay to ask, but do not point fingers. Do not tell them they're doing anything wrong. Always start with self first and then move forward. That's all I've got for you today. This has been your Monday Office Moment. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.